Hey guys, welcome back. It's Luke the Goon. Today I have another 2.1 unboxing for you. It's the 8-bit, which a lot of people actually already have their hands on. I actually got mine Saturday, so like 4 days ago from when I'm recording this. I just had a lot of stuff going on, so I couldn't film it right away. The 8-bit is actually kind of, I guess, significant to me because the 8-bit 2.0, this one right here, was actually the very first Forever Face I ever got. And I actually unboxed it on this channel. I'll do one of those little cards. It'll probably be up over here so you can watch it. I think it's my most watched, at least Forever Face unboxing. I think it's close to like 500 right now. But yeah, this is kind of this is a really, really, really popular colorway. And this actually isn't the first 2.0 that they did in this colorway. They also did a run prior to this one that had, I think they made 10 of them, I think. And those are really hard to get. The colorway, the colors are just oh so slightly different. Still the same colors, they're just like a slightly different pigment. You can tell if you look at them really close which ones are which. A lot of people are looking for those OGs, and they will probably never pop up because I think the people that have them, they're kind of in what I'll call forever collections, which is kind of like what I have, where those people just aren't selling and they'll probably be there forever unless something, really drastic happens or something like that, which has happened from time to time. But yeah, this one in particular, the 2.1, also was kind of special to me because when I first saw the 2.1s, way back when they debuted, and a little bit after that, when there was just the grunges were, everybody could just see the grunges. I was always kind of wondering, like, I wonder what they'll look like as variants, and I don't know why, but at the time I just had this, like, the 2.1 will look weird as a variant, and I don't know why I thought that, but that's what I thought at the time. And then actually my first trip down to the church, I walked in talking to Bill and them, and then like I look over and the pulpit that they still have the pulpit there. He had like four masks, I think, sitting on there, and one of them was the 8-bit 2.1. And at the time, it was like, oh, like it was the first variant I think I saw. Well, I think the Blood Soaked was out at that point, but and I was like, oh, and it was really, really dope to see it in hand, and I was like, these look beautiful. These are really nice. And that sold me on the variants. From that point, I was like, okay, this can be done and done well. And so everybody's been waiting on this 8-bit, but I've kind of especially been waiting on it for mainly those reasons. The other thing that I'll add about this release is that it's the latest release I've ever been a part of. It went up at, I guess technically it was January 18th, a little bit after midnight. And it was one of those releases that just like dropped, and everybody was like, oh, what's funny is I think I was like asleep for a little bit, and then I woke up for whatever reason. Like it wasn't that I got lucky because they were still available in the morning, because I believe they did a run of 150, which I think is also the biggest run they've ever done, of masks. Well, other than pre-orders, because I know the Mausoleum was, or the Dead Ringer as they're calling them now, was 200. So I think other than that run, I think this is probably the most that Tom has ever done. The horns are impossible to know. Some of the other pre-order masks are impossible to know because those numbers are lost to time, like I've said before. But the other interesting thing about this release that I've noticed is that usually when you get a certificate of authenticity, it's only signed by Billy Obey AXE. I've got a whole stack of them, and they all come that way. The only one that was different was the Horned, and the Horned had all three of the boys, and it was just a different certificate altogether. I think it was something that MNE threw together. I don't actually have my certificate of authenticity for my Horned because I bought it secondhand. I don't know. I don't remember. It was so long ago I bought it. I don't remember what happened to it, but yeah, I don't have the COA for mine, but nobody's making bootleg Forever Faces, so I don't even sweat the COA. Like I said, I've got a whole pile of them. But yeah, let me just break into this and we'll take a look at it. And then I'll kind of give you guys some side-by-sides with the 2.0. I already kind of pre-cut some of it because sometimes in these I have a little bit of difficulty. Yeah, I saw this in somebody else's unboxing. Mine's is slightly different. I've seen the ones, I already have one of these, but there's another one with the boys on it that you've probably seen. It says like Axe is Dead on it and stuff. I have it. So there's that. And there is that. Alright. So let's break into it. Oh, good. Okay. It is super famous Fun Time guys. Lucha Florida. They're really pushing these guys. Actually, one of my upcoming videos will be a review of Don't Hug Me From the Front. So I look forward to that. Another one, same one, and then just another AXC. This is stuff that everybody gets. But what I noticed is that I did get a Joey Black a la Zulu COA, so I'm happy about that because, like I said, I've got a whole stack of Billy Obey ones, so I'm happy to get that. Joe, I've also noticed, has changed his signature. If you've noticed, he puts a 6 instead of the O. He used to just put J13, but now he's got all this. The A is upside down. He really did the L on mine way different than I've seen. Apparently there's no significance behind the L, and it looks like I thought maybe it kind of looked like a scythe, but on mine it looks more like a 2. I don't know. It's Joe. There's no method to the madness. It just is. And here it is. Oh, looks like there's a sticker inside. Yes. Oh, DWN. Of course. Tom Martino. Everybody knows. He's the man behind the mask. And here it is. These in pictures have looked really shiny. But, man, this one looks... It's kind of a thinner pull, I think. Well, I mean, as he goes along, you know, the pulls are going to get, you know, a little different. It's a little bit misshapen because it's, you know, been folded for so long. But, oh, I didn't notice that too. You probably can't see it on the camera, but he did paint a little bit of the purple at the top. So you can't probably, I don't think the camera's picking it up. Actually, the camera almost makes this look entirely blue, but rest assured, there's some purple in there. Yeah. Now I check inside here sometimes because there's been a couple times where I film these and then I turn off the camera and I look at it more closely and it's signed. Like my custom actually says DWN 21 on it, and I didn't realize that until after I turned off the camera. But yeah, there's just some blue paint on the inside of this one. But this one's actually really thin, which is fine with me. I actually prefer when they're thin because it makes the neck easier to fold when you're wearing it. You know, it makes it a lot easier to wear and stuff. I think shortly I'm going to start doing something a little bit different with these unboxings. I've been talking to a couple people, and I might start throwing on some paint and showing off what these look like in their full glory. I won't do it here, but I might be doing that shortly in the future. Let's throw this on for shits and giggles. There we go. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah, see there you get a little better view. At least it's got a little bit of form to it, you know. And like I said, see how that neck bends nicely? When you have a thin pour, because when these are thick, like I know Hunter Farley had a Lee Carver blood soak that was super thick. It just, the neck just becomes like impossible to manage. But when they're thin like this, like your eyes don't move and everything stays in place and the mask doesn't come up, like it's just nice to have the neck a little thin compared to the thicker pores that they have. But yeah, this is the 8-bit 2.1. Like I said, it's one of the most popular variants or colorways out there. And it's, like I said, one of the biggest runs that he's ever done. We found out from one of the AXC's live streams that they're going to be doing the really sick Voodoo or Bonehead variant, which is going to be probably a pain in the ass for Tom to paint. They used it for the Fam live streams. If you watch their advertisements, I'll throw a picture up. They have it's like skull painted on it. And so those are going to be really sick. I guess those are supposed to come out in, I think Bill said March, early March, I think is when they said those are supposed to come out. And it doesn't look like we're going to get any masks for the pre-orders for Necronomicron 2, which is different because they haven't done that since Necronomicron. So that's somewhat interesting. We got a bunch of music videos coming up. Tom Martino wrote and is doing the special effects for Deathbed. And then during the For the Fam live streams, they're having the debut for the music video for Dawn of the Dead. So a lot of cool things on the way. Like I said, actually, I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but this video was supposed to be a Skinner video. That video was shot, but I'll say it had technical difficulties. So that video will be coming, but I also have that Don't Hug Me From the Front review as well. I like to spend my time with albums, so, I'm not going to rush that review out. I want to listen to it enough to where I get a really good feel for it. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. I've been getting a lot of good likes, so, thanks a lot for that, guys. And I'll see you guys again real soon.